Mythic Rare here, and it's another whip and chat. Feel free to get out whatever crafting project or Christmas cards, present wrapping, have me in the background while you're doing chores, driving, gaming, etc. And this is where I catch you up on, or in this case, rant about my life. Last we left, or actually, hang on, let's back it up. Before I get into it, I need to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot believe that there are 34 of you. I love how this number of subscribers gets bigger every single time I do this, and this is awesome. So, yay! Hello to my newbies and to my A1 day ones. A big welcome back. This is my piece for Jingle Drills. It is Winter Girl. I'll insert a picture right here. And we are working on the part where there's the little polar bear who's trying to reach up for the girl. I've been stuck on this section for the last 3 days, and I've just been like trying to make content for the channel. It's just not been going right. So I'm just like, yeah, like we've had things happen, so may as well just have a whip and chat. So here we are. Like everything is good, but like things have required a little bit of problem solving. So last we left off, Alex's parents were going to Florida to visit some other relatives for Thanksgiving. And they decided to drive, and then they drove up the East Coast to visit Alex's brother, Ben. He's the one who is gonna be shipping out to Japan next year for the military. And they spent a few days over there just like good one-on-one family time, catching up, all of the things. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, Alex and I were both hit by the cold weather. We do not have a carport on our property. We have like an area to park the cars right next to our trailer, but we just kind of park them next to the double wide. We have like redneck cement, dried cement bag, quick set concrete, like kind of cobbled together sort of driveway. And yeah, like it is what it is out there. And you know, when your car sits out in the elements and it gets super cold, you get sometimes flat tires or low tires. Mine were not all the way flat, mine were low. So I just like drove pretty slow on the side streets, took my car into Discount Tire, and they did a they briefly inspected it for nails, didn't find any, and they just aired up all my tires, and they're just like, yep, cold weather gotcha. And after that, it rode so much better, and we were on our way. Same thing happened to Alex's Ford Focus, and he's like, yeah, okay, like I'll do the same thing. I'll just like take the side roads, and then like I'll pull into the gas station near the house, and like I'll go get air. And he asked me to help him because he's never had to put air in the tires. Because we have like a mini compressor at home, but without his dad being there, like he didn't know where to look for it. So like he's always just done it at home. I showed him how to work the air compressor machine after we put in some of our loose change, and like I love the fact that they've updated everything now so that they take credit or debit, and you can just like swipe a card and then get your air. Because always whenever that would happen to me during the winter, I'd like have to make sure I had $2 or $1.75 in quarters, and like put quarters. But they've updated those machines now, so that's awesome. We put air in his tires, and he is like, okay, yeah, this feels so much better. Like, sigh of relief. You know, like we'll go home, we'll make dinner, we'll go about our business. The next day, he comes out, his tire is completely flat, out of work, and I'm just like, okay, like I'm off of work. See if you can make it home. Or no, he's saying this to me. He's like, okay, well, I'm out of work. See if you can find the 1-ton 4-jack just in case. I'll just take the back roads like I did the other day. I'll just be super careful. And if I wind up with the tire being super duper flat, like, stand by. You may have to go get me. So I'm just like, okay. That did not happen. Thankfully, he was able to make it back. Okay. And at this point, he was just kind of like looking at the tire super close as soon as we got his car back, and he is like, I have no idea why this one is leaking. And then he's like, this other tire has a nail lodged in it, but it's lodged in just perfectly to where it's not budging, and I am not going to touch it. And then I'm just like, yep, my sentiments exact. He did not feel safe taking one of the other vehicles, so I'm just like, well, you know what, I already have my groceries and stuff for the week. If you just want to take my car, that's totally fine. I'll just be grounded. And that is exactly what he did. I typically do not let him take my car places without me in it. So this was like a very big exercise of trust for me. And he brought the car back, no problems. So I'm just like, whew, okay. So now, if anything happens, we have like an additional backup car for when the backup car is not properly functioning as a backup car. his parents eventually do come back, since we're like me and him have been kind of like problem solving, but now it's getting to the point where it's like, some more experienced adults would be nice to have around. It was starting to get to that point, so they decided to come home just a little bit early. I mean, they left a little bit early, so they were just like, yeah, we'll just come home. And they stopped in like a few of the cute little shops on the way on the Route 66, and they had gotten a bushel basket of, actually it's not an entire bushel basket, it's like half a bushel basket of green apples. So one of the first things I did immediately after they got back is I went to the grocery store and I got some caramel dip. And we're just trying to figure out, like, what do we make with these now that we have them. So this morning me and Andrea, we were looking up recipes for apple pie, and we're fixing on getting the ingredients to make apple pie. It's gonna be so good. House is gonna smell wonderful. And pie is one of those things where it can be labor intensive and you have to work very, very quick. But it is also a labor of love. And yeah, she's got, when she went back to Florida to visit her relatives, she got some more of her mom's things. So it's like, great, we have these recipes, we can try them, and this will be wonderful. So, or wait, did she have those from before? No, I think that she had those from before. But her sister, the one who is gluten-free, made a really good apple pie. And now that we have all the apples, we're just like, yes, like, let's do it. But let's do the gluten version. And one of the more interesting things that happened, like, we've had some computery things happen while Alex's parents have been away. There was one Christmas where Alex's dad was cleaning up because Ben was gonna come from Maryland, from where he was stationed, back over here to Oklahoma. They were cleaning up and they blew a fuse, and the power surge from that went all through the house took out Alex's computer. And this was back at the time where I basically had a surgery from blowing my knee out in the gym and a car accident back to back. I hardly had two dimes to rub together in between those two incidents. And his computer was just taken out by a power surge. Like, wouldn't boot on. He called me while I was on the sales floor for the airline. And I, like, I remember, like, putting myself in not available, taking the phone call, and then from him, like, going out into the break room, taking the call from him, and then I was like, do not panic, I will see what I can do. So I cashed out some of my, like, perfect attendance points for Best Buy gift cards, and I gave him, like, $200 of a gift card for Best Buy. And he goes and he gets his computer. Said computer is going on 3 years old. He has a massive Steam library and such. Very big into games. That's how we both first met, was games. And he was running out of space on that computer. He's been doing well at his job, and he's been very good at saving up money. So he's just like, I don't know, like all I know is that it's running out of space. And I'm just like, okay, well, obviously we need to get you something that has a little bit more space. And then I asked him, like, well, what was the size of the hard drive that's in the computer? And it's 2 terabytes, and it was giving him that Windows blue screen blue page, but it wasn't the full blue screen, if you know what I mean. It just like gave that blue page, and it said that his computer was saying, like, we cannot do the latest Windows update because your hard drive does not have enough space. And every single time that he was trying to open up his web browsers, like just to go on to YouTube, he was getting those messages. Like, he literally could not do anything. I get him, Sam, let me rephrase. We took a trip to Best Buy. He got himself a Samsung Evo, an 870, Samsung Evo 870, 4 terabyte SSD. So it's like twice the room as what he has currently. And we pulled his computer apart, and we also had to pull my computer apart because I didn't realize that he did not have a spare SATA cable in the house, so we just like took one out of my computer real quick, and we plugged that up into his, put in the new hard drive, and we migrated all of his data onto the new one. And I absolutely love the data migration tool from Samsung. I just, like, they make it so easy, and I just adore them for it. And of course, the next day, because of all the dust, I was like feeling like I had coughed up a lung and had to use a neti pot and all the things just to get all of the dust like out of my nasal passages. And yeah, like that part was kind of gross, but like he was super thrilled over his new hard drive, and it was awesome. Like, hardly even 5 days later, his monitor started doing this super weird thing where it would just like randomly shut off and then it would come back. And he was like, oh no, that's kind of what happened right before his old computer died. But then it didn't legitimately die until his dad accidentally did the thing and caused the power surge. And Black Friday deals were still going on. So I was like, okay, let's just pop into Best Buy and see what they have. and it was an Odyssey monitor, 32 inches. It has 165 millisecond refresh rate. It's got FreeSync and G-Sync on it. It is a beautiful monitor. I always kept coming back to that one in the store, and we're like past Cyber Monday at this point. We're like Wednesday of Cyber Week or so. And we had been into Best Buy like earlier on Black Friday to like kind of see what did they have. We didn't even realize that the sale on this thing was extended. So we immediately hopped on that, and Alex says that he was having a hard time with his Logitech mouse lately, so we picked him up a Razer Basilisk. So he got quite a few things. And it was kind of ill-timed because at this point I had completely shelled out almost everything that I could that wasn't reserved for bills or for groceries or utilities for Christmas presents. Like, I was extra bad on Small Business Saturday. Just about everything that I wanted to get my family members was in Etsy, and I just went ham. So I had raided my stash. I will have to put money back into it, but I raided my stash so that he could get the monitor. Could it have been something that I could have waited on? Maybe, but who knows? And at this point, I was kind of feeling a little bit sorry for Alex, because there was the whole thing that we went through with the tires. And on top of this, and he had to wait for his paycheck to hit before he had done it, but there was one day where he randomly like dropped his phone. I don't know however long it was after this, but took out he took his phone out the case, and the back glass of his Galaxy S10 was shattered. We don't know how or when it happened because he like almost never takes his phone out the case. But his back glass was just destroyed. So he had to get a new phone. So it has just been one thing after the other for him, and I supported him a little bit, but especially, with the cars and everything, but he paid for the phone. I paid for the monitor. I feel like I kind of got off easy because the monitor was only like a few $100, but his phone was like $800. He's getting the Red Magic 8S Pro. A phone by gamers for gamers. It is basically a power bank with a screen because it has a massively huge battery to support games, and it's got kind of like the Game Boy Advance bumpers on it too, which is like super awesome. So think of it like if the Samsung Galaxy had a baby with the Steam Deck, that would be the phone. Pretty much. Or I don't know if it's called the Steam Deck. Like I am a filthy casual. I am just a filthy casual with some pretty good money. I just like I don't know these terms, but I know like Steam makes a handheld, so it'd be like whatever the Steam handheld is plus the uh plus like a Samsung Galaxy or a Samsung Note. Like if you put those two like if those two had a baby, like it would be this phone. So at the one time it's kind of like we're looking at the bank accounts and we're kind of like ouch, but then he's kind of like new stuff. Merry Christmas to me. So another thing that has kind of hit us hard. I don't think that I've really talked about it, but Alex's truck has needed a new transmission for the longest time. And we kind of we had kind of been looking around everywhere we go. We're seeing like $2,000, like sometimes 2,500 for a new transmission for his kind of truck. Da da da. The other day, his dad was poking around on Facebook Marketplace and found a new transmission for his truck for $700, and he was on it like stink on a warthog. So we purchased it, but the weather is getting like super cold here in Oklahoma. Um, Now that we're getting deeper into winter, and we're just like, yeah, we don't know exactly like when we're gonna have enough time to get this in, but it's just like that peace of mind knowing that we have the part and he is just one step closer to getting his truck back. And because Alex has been so diligently saving up all this time, where I've been focused on like keeping debt under control and things, um he had decided to do something incredibly sweet, and he is using the rest of the money to get me a new computer. That being said, he will take my computer to do data migration um the the weekend of Christmas, so like 23rd, 24th. I may not have a video for you guys, and with the original video that I had planned for this week not turning, like, not going according to plan, and I'm still like having a plan for Ben, I am like, I don't know how quickly I'll be able to get things up or how well I'll even be able to stick to a schedule. But yeah, like lots has happened, guys. If this is the last time that I am seeing you for the holidays, I hope that whatever you have planned, it goes out well. Like it happens for you, and if it doesn't happen exactly according to plan, I hope that you can still find joy and peace, love, happiness during the season of holidays. Safe travels. don't forget to stay hydrated, be mindful. It's very busy for us all. And I wish you the best. If this is the last time that you'll be seeing me because of all the holiday shenanigans, I hope that your holiday season is good, and I wish you a happy 2024. See y'all later. Bye.